Welcome back to the Shooting Channel. At the moment there is a big surge in people going on simulated game days, flushes, game shooting but big bird days and having a loader on it. So we're going to talk about what a flush is and why people go on simulated game days and why people go on flushes to practice for game shooting. So we've come down to Oxford Gun Company and here we've got quite a big flush, up to 100 bird flush. They have a lot of clients going to the shooting school, teaching them how to load professionally on a day. Because on a flush, especially on a simulated day, generally you shoot a lot of cartridges. And if you've got a loader or a stuffer, you will shoot a hell of a lot of cartridges. And the biggest thing is it's fun, it's enjoyable, especially if you're there as a father and son or father and daughter or wife and husband. It's a bit of a banter as well, so the loader tends to have a bit of a stick with the shooter and you get a relationship together. So the better you are as a couple on the actual loading and the better you get on with your loader, the better you'll get on with the shooting. In the next couple of films we're going to do one on what a flush is, and then we're going to follow up the film on what is double gunning. The biggest thing you need to learn about with a flush is generally most flushes are driven birds and you will have 30, 40, 50 birds over you in a period of about half an hour. I generally will say I don't like turning around on a flush because you don't know what's behind you, it's not safe. So generally I will have, same as a game shoot, you have the arc in front of you and that is your safe zone to shoot. And you look where your next door neighbours are and you draw a line halfway between them and that is your safe zone. So that's the first thing you look at when you do the flush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the little 30 bird flush here first and I'm going to talk you through it as I do it. When you're going on a simulator day, most people really, the cartridge to use is a little 21 gram fibre wad cartridge. So it's soft, they're inexpensive, you're going to shoot a lot of them, you don't need a real big cartridge. And I would say one of the best value for money ones for a simulated day is the 21 gram. These are plastics, but you can either have the plastics or the fibre, depending what the gram will let you. They're reasonably inexpensive, they're 21 grams, they kill everything you need to. So for a simulated day, if you are looking for a cartridge, Fiocchi 21 grams, absolutely spot on. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to load it first myself, and I put the cartridges in my pocket like that. And the biggest thing that I tend to do is I shake my pocket so the brass comes up here. So when you're putting it into the gun, you can actually put the gun there rather than trying to put the cartridges into the gun empty. So that's the biggest thing, is when you do that, shake the pocket so the brasses come up. I'm going to do a little 30 bird flush to start with. Watch exactly what I do. I will try and talk you through it as we do it. So if you look, because I was loading for myself, the biggest thing you need to think about is when you actually get 3 or 4 clays in the air, take your time. You're better off to miss a couple and shoot 1 or 2 nicely rather than get yourself flustered. It's about putting the cartridge in the gun, doing it nice and relaxed. The safety aspects of it, if you see, I was keeping my finger there, so I wasn't necessarily putting my finger on the trigger. I was keeping my finger there until the bird came up, then I put it on the trigger, and then I shot the clay. And the other thing, if you look, I always close the gun to my line of view there, because then it's safe. In the heat of the moment, in the excitement, if you do have your finger on the trigger and pull the trigger, it's in a safe place. So that is the biggest thing you need to be thinking about. If you have a loader, let the loader do the work. Let the cartridge eject out, let him do it. The biggest thing you need to be thinking about is when you have a loader, you need to be thinking the loader is the boss, not the shooter. Let him tell you what they're doing. He will point the birds out and the targets out where it is. So now I'm just going to bring somebody, I'm just going to bring Steve in from Oxford, and he's now going to load a little flush for me just to show you how a loader works. What's the biggest thing a loader needs to be thinking about for the shooter?
Basically, safety first. Always safety. Once you move on to that, it's just what the gun requires from the loader. Do we point out birds for him? Do we call shots? Do we help, with the actual shot placement? And from there on, just work as a team, really. And
as I said before, do you agree with me that the loader is the boss?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And how do you? So if I've closed up there and I've shot one, do you actually say to the shoot gun, break the gun? There'll be another one come in. Do that. Do you explain? Do you talk
on a
him
single
through?
gun? We would do. Yeah, break the gun. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll do 20, and if you can just talk me through it.
Sure.
As we shoot it through,
yep.
Just so the viewers understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. Not just what we're doing, but why we're doing it.
Sure.
So, what we're going to do before the flush starts, do you have 2 cartridges in the gun? So when do you load the gun?
Basically, the best time is to load the gun when the birds are actually starting to move, or the clays are starting to move, and whatever you're shooting. Yeah.
So we load the gun first.
Yeah.
If we're on a simulator day, you load the gun first as the whistle's blown. So load the gun.
Yeah. So you'd be there, gun nice and ready, as it is there, ready now, looking for the target to
and do you tell me to close the gun up?
Not at this stage. I think at this stage we'd both work as a team. Dave is one coming left. You'd close the gun, shoot the bird on the left, and I'm just talking to you all the way through it. Dave, one on the right. Open the gun. Yeah. 2 coming left, 2 coming right. I'm just talking you through it. And again, from you don't get away from me. I control. So if you start walking away, no, you come back to me, Dave. Back to this place. I'm loading here. I'm not going to be chasing you all around the country. We stay in one position. Okay.
So basically, what you're saying is, I have to stay in one position.
Yes.
I don't move about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like on a game day, really.
Yeah. Exactly that.
So.
And I don't chase you about either, because we both lose our position of where we're meant to be. We could end up out there, and that's my responsibility to keep you in this position and keep you in an area of safety.
And that's why generally at shooting schools they'll have a stone wall or something to keep people in there, won't
Absolutely. Absolutely right.
So, okay, when you're ready.
Okay, so now we've got one to the left. Lovely shot. Just break the gun. Excellent. Let's keep looking again. Beautiful. Well done. Shot. And to your left. Good shot. Break the gun. Excellent. Nicely done. Come on. Good stuff. Nicely done. That's it, nice and relaxed.
So what would you do also halfway through? What would you do if the customer's arms suddenly get, or the shooter's arms suddenly get achy? What would you suggest to him?
Well, at that stage, I'd slow the speed down. Just maybe shoot the occasional single barrel shot, or to rest, completely rest, let the drive commence.
So you watch a couple of clays go over,
Yeah,
and just focus.
yeah. If it's that tiring, yeah. Good, lovely shot. Nice rhythm. Excellent, excellent.
So that is how you use a loader, and that is how. So we've covered both aspects. We've covered shooting a flush with loading yourself, and we've covered shooting a flush with loading. If anyone has any questions about shooting a simulator day, or shooting a flush, or shooting 21 gram cartridges on it, please comment below. We'd love to hear, because we have had a lot of interest in shooting simulator days, shooting flushes, shooting fun things, enjoyable. And a lot of people do say the loading, the actual whole flush side of it, it's the excitement of that. I hope you've enjoyed this programme. I hope it's a little bit more educational, this one. And anything you see in this film, please comment below. Please like and subscribe. Please like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Please, please, please support the channel and buy yourself a membership from as little as $2.99 a month. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.